from the cloth, the not that one, an inconvenient truth, and yeah, cut from the cloth. That one that I just got. What was the one I just got from Joshua? That was the where there's a will. Yeah. So mark that, and then those are the ones I want to have marked. So these are the ones I gotta do. Plus the follow-up quest after cut from the cloth. So maybe I'll do these and then just start the DLC next time. Especially because I don't want tonight to be like a night that I'm staying up like super late here. Because that was alright last night. And then with last night's stream, and then I didn't get a full sleep before waking up to go out and see the pupper earlier today. And it sounds like I'm gonna have to be up at a semi-decent hour. I can't exactly be sleeping in all day to go out shooting in the morning with my dad, is the case. So yeah, not exactly a night that I want to be like doing super crazy late night chilling. Go to the Fallen's about 3 hours long. Okay, well that's not too bad there. I was originally planning on starting it tonight, but not finishing it. But if it's just that kind of length, then I could probably just do it start to finish in a stream, you know?
Something I need to ask you.
Is what I could well do.
A book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear.
And Rising Tide is about 4 hours. Okay, so they're pretty short.
You've been talking
that case.
to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Well, I guess that's where I'll go get that kind of stuff from. But yeah, this is currently stream 13, so you're saying could aim for 16 streams just for good old Final Fantasy 16 here, being all fitting. Do this now, and then Echoes of the Fallen is a stream, and then Rising Tide is a stream, and then all the rest of the stuff with his story is a stream in and of itself. which will be lengthened by the fact that I'm saving these cutscenes here for next time. I'll ask about Origin next time. I can ask people about Origin and make it take a little bit longer too. Yeah, I don't know if I'm beating this before the end of the year after all. I'm not entirely sure, considering... And if that's the case, then that's fine. Like, it's just not like I'm gonna be like, oh man, I didn't beat it before the end of the year like I really want. Like, it was just a kind of a general goal. Like, hey, it'd be neat if I finish some stuff off before the end of the year. But it's currently the 22nd of December. Usually the 24th, Christmas Eve, is when I do stuff with my mom's side of the family, and then 25th is when I do stuff with my dad's side of the family. My aunt on my dad's side of the family just had a recent surgery and isn't gonna be, like, recovered until January, so we're just gonna do, like, a Christmas thing in January. So we're not actually doing anything on Christmas Day. So we could technically go out of town this day, rather than Boxing Day, but, like, the streets are probably gonna be so crowded to the brim, and it's gonna be so impossible to get out of town because everyone's gonna be on the roads trying to reach family and stuff. So we'll probably just go Boxing Day anyway. She should be doing a whole lot better after it, though. Like, it was something that should be very helpful there. So we'll probably go out Boxing Day anyway, even though we could go out on Christmas Day. Which means I have, I guess, 1, 2, 3 more streams I could do, plus stuff during the day if I end up doing that, or something like that. I don't know. So, like, 3 more streams. I still have, like, a whole nother section of the world to do here. I think I'm probably right at the tail end of Section 4. I'm about to start the final 5th of the world. So I might be able to beat that soon. I also wanted to commit a little bit more to this to get a little bit deeper into the DLC. Because the deeper I'm into the DLC before I head out of town until the new year, then, like, the higher level enemies I'll be able to grind against and the more efficiently I can grind. So I've been thinking about, like, committing to this a little bit harder. So maybe I won't get through anything before the new year after all. Even. Maybe. Or, because if I just have, like, 3 more streams, plus something during the day if I can. The only thing I could do during the day would be, like, the 25th. Would be the case here. So, like, 23rd here. I'm gonna be, during the day, going out shooting with my dad. And then during the day here and into the evening is going to be like Christmas stuff with family, is the case. So not going to be doing anything during the day that day. And then eventually come and do like some late night chilling probably. And then this, I guess I could do stuff during the day. Unless my family is like, hey, let's just like do something fun anyway since we're not doing stuff with family this day. Otherwise, like, I guess I could stream during the day on Christmas Day for like the first time ever on this channel. Maybe do like a fun Christmassy themed thing. I don't know what that would be. Probably nothing to do with any of these games. And then late night chilling later or something. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm getting through any of these things. But I think the things that I might want to commit to more, now knowing I'm not getting through these things before the new year like I initially thought, is that I probably want to commit to these 2 things more. Maybe this one a little bit more so. And then maybe this will just be like my last stream of Final Fantasy 16 until January next year. Is maybe what it'll be. Because, yeah, I only have, like, a limited few days here before I'm gone until the new year. And then January 1st, if I'm back in town on January 1st, I'll try to stick to, like, my normal tradition around here of starting the next Assassin's Creed playthrough. So I'd start Assassin's Creed Valhalla on that day. And then be at, like, the tail end of all these things. So, yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe this will actually be the final Final Fantasy 16 stream of the year, because I do want to commit to those other things a little bit more, and I'm not getting through this before the new year, unless this was the only thing I streamed for like the next several days. But I do kind of want to commit a little bit more to the other things. So yeah, maybe I'll even take the PS5 out of town with me then, and then I can like practice a few of my combos and stuff like that, and then come back, and then when I'm doing the DLCs and final boss, it'll be like, whoa, Harmonia is just like the best video game player of the century. You know, I was about to say the best gamer ever, and then I did like a Billy Mitchell reference with Gamer of the Century, and then it blended together in a weird way that didn't make all that much sense there. I appreciate the best wishes being sent there. And yeah, like, depending on when you visit, that might be when I end up doing, like, Christmas stuff with my dad's side of the family. So, who knows, you might be visiting here, like, during a time that I'm doing Christmas dinner with my dad's side of the family. Might well be the case. And then you can give those well wishes in person. Is the case here. I mean, OCD would kill me if it didn't complete Final Fantasy 16 on the 16th stream. I just do it on the 15th stream just to mess with you. Yeah, so I'm thinking the new year here. So long, Final Fantasy 16. See you in a couple of weeks. You mean see you in a year? I can do these quests tonight, though. I hear the final boss of the DLC, of the first DLC, is extremely nuts. I was about to say, wait, of the DLC, but didn't you complete it? But yeah, first DLC then. Well, I guess I'll find out. See if they're crazier than, like, actual final boss. And I know that story-wise, they take place before the final boss of the main game, but release-wise, they were released after the final boss. So maybe they had to, like, up the intensity a little bit, have enough value for players to shell out and come back and play more to be like, whoa, they really ramped it up here. So maybe it'll be even crazier than the final boss. I don't know. I haven't played it, but I hear it's really, really challenging. So preparing for it might be a good idea. Okay. So I can take my monitor out of town, my PS5 out of town and practice a little bit if I want. I don't actually have a monitor in my room at the lake. I would have to plug it into the TV and just like play on the TV is what I have to do. So maybe I wouldn't be getting that much practice because I much prefer just like being in my own room like this and doing a little bit of practice rather than like sitting on the other side of the room staring at a TV and practicing combos. But I don't know, maybe I'd still do it. Maybe I'd still do it for fun. Anyway, let's do cut from the cloth now. Let's do Jill's stuff first so that I can, just in case that's how the order works. So this one, the whole search the road for the missing caravan. Wasn't I about to do this at one point during an earlier stream? And then I was like, nah, I won't bother. And then I never did it. I think. Cut from the cloth. Okay, right here. But yeah, like your friend who played through it, the one you mentioned who died only to Barbas, totally the final boss of the first DLC is absolutely insane. Okay. Well, I'll very much look forward to it then. And then maybe I'll be like super prepared for it in the new year. It'll be a new year, new me. And I'll be super great at Final Fantasy 16 finally. You know? I don't know. Alright, time for some quests. Oh, the last time I came out here, I'm pretty sure I just got Garuda's ability thingamabob. Alright, on I go. Let's go get these party members permanently added.
They must have tired of their pets. But if they won't feed them,
well, saw a glimpse of the first few minutes of the fight, DLC 1 final boss, and didn't look super crazy. Whoa. But I didn't see the rest of the fight, so it'll be a new experience for you too. Okay. Oh, that's a level 2. Okay, well, charge it up off of someone. Maybe I should, because I don't know when the next, like, big battle is gonna be. So maybe I should aggro, like, one of these guys. Oh, that aggro's all of them. I mean, it should be pretty easy, though. Here. So if I do that, and then I say did this, literally just to charge this. Oh my god, camera. Camera, can you, like, stop, maybe? Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that I was playing Final Fantasy 16 drunk. Wow, alright, well, that was an attack, wasn't it? That was certainly the attack of the century, I have to tell you. Okay, get out of here. My good gracious. Well, that's all charged up now. Now I can use it to, like, wreck some boss. But yeah, let's see here. But I have heard the music for it, and holy crap, it's really good. Well, the music across this game has been really good, so I definitely look forward to hearing what that's like. Yoink. Where am I at on my things now? Whoops. Pretty good. Not completely topped up or anything.
Who's gonna buy my wares now?
Best sword slashing combo 10 out of 10 with the crazy spins.
hardly damage us all. Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're
Sure
gonna
am.
be sorely disappointed. And all thanks to this fool.
But it was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that featherbrain trampled me. I demand recompense, be it in coin or the items you carry. Refuse, and I shall report you to the garrison and see you hanged.
You've got like smidges of
These
purple
are
with the
these
way the
are
lighting is
side
working.
switches in Northreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bocklad, would you?
I am, but did someone from the market send you? Please, you have to help me. I can pay whatever you ask.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Sorry, friend, but we'll be the ones taking it. Oi! Killer! It's time to collect!
Oh, well, I just charged up my thing for someone. I guess I'm using it on this guy.
one we'd have already collected if you hadn't insisted we'd put on this little act.
That guy's a bandit.
Bandits!
As I told one of your customers, it usually is. Let's get this over with.
The track is top-notch stuff. The name of the track, too, is literally Iconoclasm. So you know it's gonna be good if it's got icon in it. Iconoclasm, amazing. He's only level 26. I guess I could have done this quest, like, way earlier, and I just didn't. Oops. Level 26 killer. Okay. How about orbs? Do you like orbs, killer? Well, would you like some more orbs? Here. More orbs. More orbs. Alright. I kind of want to use it on him just because it's funny. Even though I know I'm overkilling him like crazy if I do this. So, like... I'm honestly surprised that hit before didn't kill him. Poor level 26 killer. Poor guy. Have to hear it in-game for the better experience. Have you heard of the kids' toys known as Orbeez? I sure have. Well, I'm gonna have to charge up my thing again because I just burned it on him for the memes.
Alright, alright. You made your point. Killing my ass.
Did he hurt you?
No, thankfully. He seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded had the great lender not sent you. My shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it. You must allow me to reward you.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach. I'll accompany you there.
So, you and my mother were right. It is always bandits.
And were it not for the kindness of our free sword here, you'd be buying your order back from them at twice the price. Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale before my return to Boklad. Farewell.
Oh, I almost forgot. I suppose you'll be wanting your linen. You'll be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with the rest of the delivery. I've also added a few extra lengths of our finest fabrics to the bundle. Free of charge.
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man who saved our shipment.
Well, thank you very much. Bundle of cloth.
She'd be testing this recruit.
Thing over here. Okay, I was about to say, if I can't get over that, I was gonna be very upsetty spaghetti. Yoink. Just 13 there. Alright, yep, let's report back here. And then I complete this quest and then unlock a new quest or something.
Live. Sorry again for sending you all that way. But you did get my order, didn't you?
Don't worry. I have it. I believe this will more than satisfy your needs.
Here you go, bundle of cloth. I would read the description, but it's probably not too important.
Let's see here. One bolt of red, one bolt of blue. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet, or... Is this gold work? Krieger's ghost. If that devilet of a draper expects me to pay for these...
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. They were a gift. For services rendered. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all three to good
With the
use.
very robotic-y mouth animations here and things like that. Oh, no need to be hasty. Just feels very off.
I don't know.
If I saw a preview, I'd be able to tell you better. Which cloth is most of your liking? Black embroidered linen? I mean, I do like black. White continental silk? Lush red velvet? Probably the black.
This one, I suppose.
I don't know.
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little seamstress?
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right. The two of you were raised together in Rosalith, weren't you?
Not quite together, but when my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
She's an
Okay.
honest to
I was
goodness
wondering
princess,
what her
isn't she?
like
I could tell,
situation
you know.
slash status was in
Women
the
who just have
beginning.
that air about them. Not many round here, mind. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station, but she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh, sometimes I think she never takes it off.
Or perhaps she'll make
I started
something
dropping
herself
frames
with
for
your
a
gift.
second there,
Either way,
so the quality would have
I'm
dipped
sure
for a
she won't
second.
turn it down.
We'll see, I suppose.
But it looks like it was just briefly, not like a whole wave of dropped frames. Thankfully, not one of those times. All right, cut from the cloth. Whole bunch of steel silk here. So it seems like a preset on using Odin 2 for the rest of the game, so this will be your final set for the rest of the game. Odin, Phoenix, and Garuda, you mean?
Sackcloth.
Yeah, I think in terms of iconic feats, that's what I want. As I continue to get more ability points and I can, like, master more things, like, I don't exactly have enough points to be, like, going around mastering, like, all the things that I want and then assigning stuff wherever at the moment. I could see myself switching some of my skills around. Like, maybe I want to put on one of these abilities in a place, but I can only do that if I master it, or something like that. Maybe I want to take my orbs and get fully maxed out Flames of Rebirth again that I can't really do right now. Well, upgrade Flames of Rebirth, I should say. But yeah, I add Shiva's Eyes Magic by mastering it. So, any skill, well, these ones here, I would have to hold to, like, learn it. And then there's just, like, a upgrade, so you get the upgrade version where it's better. And then mastering it doesn't do anything to, like, the skill itself. It just lets you assign it to other icons, is all it is. So if I invested there, now I could put Heat Wave on any other, like, iconic feat there. So I just invested into this, which was pretty darn expensive to fully master it. Like, I can show here, 9,000 ability points to master that. So, yeah, the price of using this as my means to get a lot of stagger damage didn't exactly come cheap. And I had to take points out of things that had points put into them before. But I set Diamond Dust to be, like, my new big hitting thing on Phoenix. Just because, like, there's not that many damage ones that I really want here. The other one that I had on was Orbs for, like, both damage and safety. Like, the thing that I like about this, and the reason why I wanted to put it on, is because if I'm close to an enemy, it'll get, like, rapid hits, just in addition to, like, my normal damage. That'll, like, further deplete the stagger meter, and I like that. Plus, it's also good for safety. Yeah, maybe I do Ramu's thing later. Maybe I'd replace that with Ramu's thing or something. Where's the thingamabob? Here it is. Where apparently it can nullify attacks. Upgrade, increase the fireball count while nullifying up to 4 attacks. So it's just like a shield that'll eat some attacks from me. Like you can see on the preview there. So it's good both offensively and defensively. So I kind of wanted that. Like things like this, that'll be a bunch of rapid hits, but it takes a little while. And so I don't really want to do that. That's only a few hits. It could be good for like areas and stuff like that. And I found out that I can recover from being knocked back there. If a big I tried it a little bit in like the training room. If it's a big boss that like launches me, that doesn't count as being knocked back. It has to be like a little hit like that from a foe, unfortunately. So it's like, oh, I'm not going to remember to do that for like the increased potency, and like I'm not going to bother with that. This recharges really fast with 20 seconds, but it seems like it's meant to be like a combo tool to knock foes up and then start comboing them in the air and stuff. But I can literally just use Torgal's Ravage to do that instead, or Rampage or whatever the heck it is. So, I mean, I'm sure this would do more damage than that, but meh. Heat Wave is like a counter magic thingamabob. I'd rather have something that I can use like outside of countering there. And this could be good, but like I have this as like a big ultra thing on there right now, so that's my reasoning for that. It has Lightning Bolt. Like I didn't have any of mine mastered, but using all your icon abilities when you had the enemy staggered, you had Phoenix, Ramu, and Shiva. But using all of their attacks got you over 120k stagger damage in total. Nice. I had the lesser sword than you. So some really big things there. So when you say his Lightning Bolt, do you mean like the Judgment Bolt here? Because that looks pretty insane. I recommend Ramu's Lightning Bolt thing once I get enough points. If it's gonna take like 9k points to master, like that one did, then it might take me a little while. But if I can do that, I could see myself maybe putting it on this slot. Maybe this slot. Something like that. So my setup here is basically, this is to use like right as an enemy gets staggered, because it immediately does enough hits to bring me up to 1.5 and max out the damage multiplier. That's what this is for, is maxing out the damage multiplier. This is for like the big damage after the damage multiplier has been got up there, and then do this to like charge up again, and then do this a second time. So like after I stagger someone, my intended order is this, this, this again. And then from there, just whatever I can do, pretty much. Like, sometimes I switch over and I start putting some orbs down. Sometimes I start doing this if it's recharged again in time. But I might not mind something that does more damage. This is more about, like, whittling away the stagger meter after I've semi-staggered. Like, after I've gotten to the halfway point, and then I pull them down to get a little bit of an opening, which is another thing I really like doing with Garuda. I've noticed that this seems to, like, really shred through that stagger meter pretty well. So I like using it for that. But it's not really an essential kind of thing, and having both my orbs out kind of helps really shred stagger meters as well. So I could replace this with something that's just like damage, because I usually have time after like my sequence here to do something else. So if I did get enough points at some point to be able to unlock that on another thing, I could see my new order being like this, and then Judgment Bolt, and then that's like a whole bunch of big damage, and then that might like get me over 100k here. Bit more consistently. Might be kind of fun. So yeah, these are my damage things, or my stagger things, you could say, slash charge up thingamabob to have in general, to charge up outside of battle, to charge us up faster. These are all the things for like stagger damage. This is for just whittling down the stagger meter. These are for both whittling down the stagger meter a lot more rapidly, and this also for like defensive purposes. And this one here, because I'm trying to, like, learn it a little bit. It seems like it has a lot of potential, where it's like you can extend combos or just, like, cancel the end lag of things. Like, I've been trying to use it a little bit. I feel like I haven't been using it, like, super effectively yet. But the fact that I can cancel the end lag of something and then get more hits in than I'd otherwise be able to during stagger is already, like, pretty big. So if I can, like, rift slip and then do more things, because I'm slowing down time and canceling my own end lag and stuff like that, that might be pretty cool, especially if I get, like, more cooler things, as I get more points and I can master some more stuff so I can put more things on there. Because I do want these as, like, my main 3 things. But once I have enough points to master more things and put on more different skills, I could see myself potentially replacing this, or maybe replacing this instead and keeping this one because, like, the defensive purposes are kind of nice as well. Some of these. Or maybe if I decide I don't want to do rift slip because I suck at it or something like that, then maybe I'd take that off. But I am trying to learn it. But like these ones here, I'm pretty sure are mainstay, and then like these thingamabobs here. But I could see myself replacing some of these after I get enough points and I can get some stuff like that. So that's my mindset here. Gotcha. Could do some of the boss ranks off stream maybe, and maybe get some extra skill points. Boss ranks. Is that like a thing at the stone here? What are boss ranks? I'm not familiar with that. Is that like a thing I can do here? What's that? Arcade mode. Hall of Virtue. I still don't know what this is.